Midday, along Thika superhighway heading into town, a traffic snarler preceded by human traffic. The USIU community was headed to the Muthaiga police station to present a petition asking the police and the government to intervene and stop alleged grabbing of their land. The message driven through a song, chants and placards. At the Muthaiga police station, they handed over their petition and dispersed.
This is one of the reasons why we're fighting. We're fighting for our present, and we're also fighting for our future.
We as a university will do everything that we need to do in terms of following the law. And at the moment, our lawyers are, of course, pursuing the legal case.
I would also sympathize with the university, and that's my problem, that the university somehow is trying, instead of going to court to seek redress, they're trying to whip emotions, and it's not going to get them anywhere.
They return to school full of hope that this parcel of land will revert to them. But their story has another version told by documents, contracts and agreements. Dr. George Kiongera is the man at the center of the dispute. On one side is the seller, former President Moi, who he says had concluded the deal and transferred the property to him, the transaction having lasted for close to 8 months.
The blame should squarely be on the legal officer who transacted on behalf of USIU. Because in land's office, the number that they have, the LR number that they have on their title is completely different from the LR number that's on the map.
On the other hand is USIU Africa, which claims it bought the property 17 years ago from ICEA Lion. Their title, however, does not show the said details. Instead, it shows they bought the land 9 years ago. This parcel, according to documents in our possession, was allotted to the former president by the government. It has no previous owner. The second holder of the title is Kiongera.
Their title indicates 2007, and I'm sorry, it's not a title, it's a junk piece of paper, because he says that they bought the land from ICEA Insurance. With this nature of these titles, it therefore means that ICEA could not have been allotted, let's even assume that it was allocated, or rather allocated the piece of land directly from the government. They were supposed to be the second entry, which is not the case.
Before he bought the land, his lawyers, the law firm of Senator Kithure Kindiki, confirmed to NTV they did their due diligence and established the ownership of the land. This was allegedly followed by another check by Chase Bank, which was transacting on Kiongera's behalf, and Equity Bank, which finally concluded the transaction and settled the payment to the former president. After the transaction was completed, USIU placed a caveat on their properties by notifying prospective buyers through the papers, but that caveat did not include the disputed parcel. In fact, apart from a title seen by NTV that indicate ownership, no other documents have been presented. The National Lands Commission has since written to USIU to provide all details of ownership. For now, the private developer has both possession and title. He hopes the court will affirm to enable him proceed with putting up investments in this particular land. Kiongera, US-based Kenyan doctor who also deals in transport of non-medical goods, says he paid close to 1 billion shillings to secure this land where he plans to build a mall, a 5-star hotel and high-end apartments. The court granted him access to the land, which already has several activities going on, after he says it was invaded by USIU staff. So far, the only party disputing his ownership and claiming this land together with another parcel adjacent to it is USIU. Ken Mijungu, NTV.